Hey guys, Zephyr here, and as promised, I will be doing the Vocaloid tier list video. And in this tier list video, I will be going through all of the commercially available Vocaloids. So none of the private voice banks, basically anything that you cannot buy. I won't be doing that in this video, but if enough people like this video, then I will go back and try to do the private Vocaloids, I guess canceled ones too, because they also have designs. Well, some of them do. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it now. So first we have Leon and Lola. I'm going to do them both at the same time because they kind of are the same thing. They're just lips on a box. So D tier. And I'm going off of official designs. So I'm not going to do the Taiwanese designs for any of these either, just on the heads up. But yeah, they're just lips on a box. It's not really all that impressive or all that cool. Usage-wise, they're very low quality. They can sound nice, both of them, but in general, they're pretty dated. Not really a fan of the Vocaloid 1 era voices, except for maybe 2. And one of those two right now is Miriam Stockley. Miriam is a solid B. Even with being Vocaloid 1, decent voice, very nice voice. I like that the design is just Miriam Stockley herself. That's pretty funny. But yeah, decent voice, has a really nice tone, easy-ish to use. I really like it. So yeah, B. Mako V1 is also a B. I really love Mako's tone. First time I've ever heard Mako was in the Moth EP song Evil Food Eater Conchita. I really like her design on the V1 box art. It's just a really cool dynamic pose of Mako like suspended in the air with a mic. It's really silly when you think about it, but it's a really cool design, really nice voice, solid B. Kaito is a C for me. I don't really like Kaito's voice all that much, but he's a decent vocal, like pretty average. Like it's a good average vocal. I will get to the V3s later, but for V1, unlike Mako, I don't really like his tone. It's just usually the robotic stuff is like what I like about this era of Vocaloid, but with him, it's just off-putting to me, so I guess it's personal preference. But yeah, see, good average vocal. His design is really, it's alright. It's just a guy in a office attire and a jacket, like a long jacket. And then moving on to the V2 era, we have Sweet Anne to start it off. Sweet Anne is based off of Lena Horne, who was a famous black singer. I don't really like this box art too much. I'm gonna give it a D. I don't really like it. It's kind of just too on the nose. There's nothing really interesting about it. Everyone makes fun of it that it's like she's singing in the flames of hell, and that's where this design belongs. It belongs in the flames of hell. And her voice, I like her voice, but this box art really just brings it all down for me. So yeah, that's gonna get a D. Again, the Taiwanese designs don't count. I'm gonna do those in the same separate video as the private Vocaloids and other stuff. So yeah, moving on. Hatsune Miku is an S tier. The first S tier. It's just galaxy brain design for that time era. They want to personify Vocaloid and make them into characters that you imprint onto. This is a great way to do it. You have this futuristic looking schoolgirl with a tie, the skirt, the knee-high boots, the futuristic headphones that are based off of Yamaha headphones, I believe, and then the unnaturally long teal blue pigtails. I just think that was a really good choice design-wise for Kai. Also, the voice is just really solid. It holds up even to this day, even with its quirks and stuff. It's just a really solid design. Rin and Lin, they're A tier. I'm gonna say A tier for them. They're not as extravagant as Miku. They're kind of just are like a slightly watered down version of that concept of futuristic. It's like they had these two kids in like sailor uniforms and then slaps futuristic design elements onto it, like the arm warmers and the leg warmers, and then the headphones, of course, because that's like a staple for like this era of Vocaloid. You have to have your headphones, and their voices are really good. Act 1, I really hate, so if I had to judge Act 1, I would say that's an F tier. But Act 2, which is what I'm going to judge these based off of, along with the design, I'm going to say they're really good. They're really solid vocals that hold up to this day. Like, again, not all Vocaloids can hold up against their pre-update if they got a V4 or V5 update, but they definitely can, so yeah, that's a solid A tier. Prima, B tier for just like an elegant looking box art design. It's just a face. It's like Miriam, but it's a good concept at least. It's not too much, it's not too little. It's not just lips on a box like Leon and Lola. But when used in her intended genre, can sound amazing. Outside of that, can sound very awful. So yeah, Prima is a solid B. Gakupo is a C for me. It's just too much going on there, design-wise for me. His voice is really goofy too. I like that it's goofy, but it doesn't really fit the voice for me. It never really, it doesn't fit the design, excuse me. Gakupo's voice has never fit his design for me. I get that's supposed to be like space samurai thing, but it just looks really goofy. I don't like it. Moving on. Luca's an S tier. You get into like the mature Vocaloid designs. She definitely reads as like an adult, like with the thigh-high boots, and then you have like, I think it's like the shortest of short mini skirts on her, like right before the butt. I don't know. It looks like it. But this picture is small that I'm looking at. I love her long pink hair. It's like back length pink hair, and then her kind of like gold and brown color palette. It works really well against the pink that Kai used, like the shade of pink that Kai used in this. It just looks really elegant, really mature. Her voice is amazing. First bilingual Vocaloid, so that's really cool. Love the blue eyes offsetting everything, adding more color to the design, so yeah, that's pretty cool. S tier. Gumi is an A tier. Gumi V2, excuse me, is an A tier. I love the idol design of her, and then with an element of quirkiness, they added goggles, which kind of makes her look like a ditzy klutz. I've always thought that. It's very charming. Vocally, I think she is one of the best vocals of all Vocaloids. It's just a really good, solid tone. Like, her bass tone is really good, works well in the high range or the low range, and the mid range especially. So yeah, Gumi is the A-est of A tiers. Gumi V2. Sonica. This is a C tier, I guess. It just looks like a sim, like someone's sim avatar slapped onto box art. The voice it's cute, it's quirky, it's cute. It has its idiosyncrasies. I don't like it all the time, but when used right, just like Prima, I think it can sound really good. But unlike Prima, who has a really good range that she could be used in, really good genre that she could be used in, Sonica doesn't really have a niche, so it's just, you just kind of get what you get. So yeah, C tier. Miki is an A tier. That is a really great design. Her voice is really good. I love the doll joints that she has on her design. This kind of like space explorer vibe that you get from her. You definitely get a space vibe when you look at her because of the stars on her headphones, the star on her chest, her kind of like puffy arm thingies, her little red hair with the cowlick. She just really looks like she belongs in Utena or something. Utena. I think that's no. Whatever that game is that has Ooh La La. Space Channel? I think it's Space Channel. Utena, I think, is freaking Sailor Moon. But yeah, either way, could still work. Really great design. Kayuki, B tier. Design wise, it's just a schoolgirl. It's just a schoolgirl in a backpack, but her voice is unlike any other voice that we have, and it makes her unique and gives her a niche in that way. I just really like this design. It's basic, but it works for the voice, and when the design complements the voice, it really brings it up for me. But at the same time, it's still just schoolgirl. It's nothing really special about the design. There's no added anything about it. So yeah, schoolgirl with a great voice that complements it. B tier. Kiruteru. That's a C tier. It's a C tier. It's just a guy. It's just a school teacher guy in a suit with some headphones. Honestly, I want to make this a D tier. Because, like, even his voice, it's just not that great. It's very average. I guess I'll keep it a C tier. It's just an average guy, average voice. Nothing really special about it. Moving on. Big Owl. That is a... If we're going off of this design, that is a D tier. But when we add the voice, I'm going to make it a C tier. Because the design is terrible. I really hate his design. His hair and the headphones are really cool, but the outfit is awful. It's like, let's take Ren and Lin, like their kind of arm warmer thing, and then bastardize it. I really don't like this design, but I love his voice. It's the deepest voice of any Vocaloid. I believe he still has that record. He also sounds really good in like a mid to low high, if that's a thing, low high range. Yeah, it's a good C tier. Tonio's a D tier. Nothing I really care about talking about with him. I don't like him. I don't like his voice. Like, even for his intended genre, he just sounds really goofy. Like, really goofy. I actually want to give him an F tier. He's the first F tier. Get this guy out of my face. F tier. Lily. Lily is a B tier. Actually, no, Lily's a C tier. That's a C tier. She has an S tier design, but the most average of voices ever. And we're going to start getting into that with these voices. Some of them are just going to have like these really average voices with really great designs, or really great designs with average voices. So, C tier, she's great, but not that great. VY1, it's supposed to be a feminine sword, or feminine voice represented by the sword, and in that case, that's a B tier. Like, it doesn't need to be human for me to get the concept. I'm looking at the sword, it's pink, there's hues of pink and like yellow and white, I'm guessing, and I read female from that, or feminine, and that works. The voice is very high quality, B plats. This is like their Miku, their star child. It's a really good design. So yeah, B tier. Gachapon is a B tier as well. I read kiddish from this, like kid design, supposed to be made for kids. It's based off of a kids TV show. Cute little boy, goofy voice, but it works because that's what the intention is. It's not supposed to be realistic or anything. It's supposed to be like this goofy little kid, and it works. B tier for this. Nakamura Oroha, that's an S tier. Sanrio's own Vocaloid, owned by AH Software, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think AH Software owns this. I love this design though. The long pink ponytail, the Hello Kitty helmet, the speaker arms, and then the ballet slipper bodysuit thing. I really love this design. The pink hair, it's just, the voice is amazing as well. It's just an amazing voice. Can go deep, can go mid, can go high. Sounds great. S tier design, S tier voice, amazing. Pico is a B tier. What saves it is its design, because otherwise it's just kind of a meh voice compared to later male Vocaloids. I love the USB tail. That's like a really good detail I think they added in. I love that he and Miki were designed to be counterparts. So they both have that cowlick on top, and she's like red and he's like silver or white. He looks like a Pokemon Coliseum antagonist or something like that. Just that kind of vibe to me. And then his voice is, it's alright. It's an okay voice. Kind of average, but not terrible. So yeah, B tier. VY2 is just a sword. Even with the colors and stuff, it doesn't really read masculine or just male. So if I saw this design, I'm not gonna think, oh yeah, this is a guy. So, and then vocally, he's alright. Like, you know it's VY2 when you hear him, but otherwise it's just pretty meh. So that's a C tier. He's a C tier. I think that's it for the V2s, right? Yep. Alright, so we're about to get into the V3s. And we are now in the V3 era, which is sadly a hit or miss era for a lot of Vocaloids. Going back to what I said before about you can have a great design and a really average voice, or a really great design. Wait, no. A really great voice and an average or bad design. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start off with Miu. She has an amazing design, but her voice is just unremarkable. I don't remember her unless I look up all the Vocaloids of that era or just in general, and I see Miu and I'm like, oh yeah, Miu exists. So yeah, that's a C tier. She has a really average voice, amazing design, great gowns, beautiful gowns. In her case, literally. CU is an S tier. You just took what made Miku great and then made like the Korean, like, not derivative, because it's definitely its own thing, but you made like an inspired design based off of what made Miku successful. Those elements of like the long hair, the knee-high, not boots in her case, they're just stockings with like the kitten heels, which works in her aesthetic of like cat headphones and stuff like that, like the speakers on her blouse, and then the little mini skirt, her long like blonde hair. It's really cute. Her voice is really amazing. She sounds good in Korean and Japanese. I wish we could have gotten to English, but you know, stuff happens. CU's not getting updated, but doesn't matter. She's still an S tier. Moving on to Tonryon. Tonryon. I'm looking at it. I'm like, do I say C tier or do I say? Yeah, that's a C tier. There's just a lot going on here. I think it would be unfair to say she's a D tier, because I don't think she's a D tier. It's just too much going on here. It's like cyber robotic maid thing, and there's just so much color going on here. It's not really, it doesn't really feel cohesive to me design wise. Her voice is unremarkable, just like Miu, just average, whatever, doesn't really care. C tier. Oliver's an A tier. Love the sailor design. Love his little bird companion. Love that the monster he's based off of is like the bandaged Frankenstein. I love his choir voice. Again, like Prima, when used in the intended range, can sound really good. But unlike Prima, when used outside of the intended choir range, Oliver can still sound pretty good. So yeah, that's an A tier. Cole, distinguishable voice at least, but I don't really know what's going on with this design. It's like, let's take Big Al's color palette and run with it. And just like with Big Al, that doesn't work. Not that it's the color palette's fault, it's just, I don't like the design elements here. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing like jean shorts with like striped stockings and boots, and then the cape, and then she's holding like a whip or a crowbar or a mic. I don't know. I like her hair at least. It's nice hair, distinguishable, but unremarkable voice. That's a C tier. Yuzuki Yukari, that's an S tier. Let's talk about what she brings to the table. A really high quality, mature sounding voice, can sound very realistic considering the era that she was introduced in. Really amazing design, like this like elegant but dainty soft design. I love her like knee-high stocking with the CD around her ankles with the kitten heel shoes. Her pigtails are really cute. Her bunny, space moon bunny aesthetic, along with her speakers on the hips of her outfit, and then the bunny what is that, a bunny hoodie? Yeah, bunny hoodie, which we see come into play in her V4 design. But here, it's an amazing design, distinguishable voice, distinguishable design, high quality voice, and just great outfit. So yeah, that's an S tier. Bruno and Clara, I'm gonna do them both together. They both look great. Um, Bruno gets a B. B for Bruno. Clara gets a C. Bruno, actually no, no. I'm looking at this more. Let's switch it that. Bruno gets a C. Clara gets a B. Bruno has like a really great tone. I love the tone of his voice, but that outfit is just a hat, a t-shirt, and a shirt, and some pants. It's nothing really remarkable about it. It doesn't need to be all anime-y, but they could have done something more with a simple outfit design. And this is just, I don't know, I don't like it. Clara's, on the other hand, I really like the pose of her box art. It just looks spunky. It looks, there's personality there. There's a lot more personality there. Both of their voices are kind of on the same par in terms of quality for me. So I really like Clara's pose and her outfit more than I like Bruno. Clara kind of reminds me of like an adult Dora the Explorer. So yeah, B for Clara, C for Bruno. Ia is an A. Moving on to Ia. Ia is an A. I like the. I can kind of get the outer space thing with her. I like it. Her voice, it's distinguishable. It's a high quality voice. Is it remarkable? I don't know. I don't know if I would call this version of her voice remarkable, unless you like edit it. But design wise, that's definitely really great, really good, solid punk rock aesthetic. Love the hair. Love the like not pigtails, like braids on like either side of her. It's almost like Yukari, but different, a little bit different. Love her skirt. Love the like thigh garter thing that she has, like on her left thigh. I love her like boots too. The design of her boots are really cool. So yeah, that's an A tier. Love her voice. Love her design. Aoki Lapis. That's a, what is that? I like the usage that I see of her. Cutesy, like Sailor Moon inspired outfit looking thing, like fairy princess, like that kind of aesthetic. Her voice is not really remarkable. It's cutesy, moe-y, but I don't really care about that. It's a C tier for me. Lotiani, it's a really simple design, but we're talking about like, unlike Bruno, you have a simple looking design on paper, but then there are elements about this design that make it stand out and look better than just t-shirt and pants and a hat. You have the hairstyle, her pose, it's like elegant, her position of her hands, she's like elegantly walking forward, almost like a model. Really love her like blouse, outfit, skirt thing. I love the color palette of blues and yellows and I guess gray and white as well. And then you have like a touch of red, I think, on her hip, if I'm looking at this right. Love her little cloud animal companion thing too. It's really cute. I'm gonna say that's a B. Yay! I don't know if I said that already, but that's a B. Calico, great gowns, beautiful gowns. Whatever voice, that's a C. Mayu, great gowns, beautiful gowns, but distinguishable voice. I love the. I'm actually gonna compare these two. They both have the like rainbow hair aesthetic. Mayu on the bottom of her hair, Calico on the top of her bangs. They both have like a head accessory. You have the crown, and then you have the hat. They both have these like Lolita-like dresses, I want to say. I guess Mayu's is more purposely Lolita. Maybe, I don't think Calico's Lolita. They both just kind of have like a similar vibe to them, but Mayu's voice is more distinguishable and stands out more, so while Calico is a C, Mayu is a B. Yay! Ivana. Ivana's an A tier for me. One of the best English voices of all time, and that includes later generations. Love her Celtic fairy elf hunter archer whatever design. Love the colors on it, the orange, the purple hair, offset with like a complementing green. Like this is just, you have your primary colors and then you have your, what are they, complementary colors? I want to say complementary colors. Or are they tertiary? Because there's like, I think it's tertiary. I don't know my art terms, but the combination of like purple, orange, and green work really well together. And then you have some blue to offset that. I love her like rings on her hands. She just looks magical, and her voice fits that kind of like mysterious vibe to her. And yeah, it's an A tier. Zola Project altogether is a B. I don't like their box art designs. I don't like that painterly design to them. It's kind of like creepy looking, but outfit wise, they're solid. They're not boring. They have personality. Their voices are really good. They harmonize well together. The weakest of the link, obviously, is Will. I like how there was the rumor that Will and Yu were switched before release, so Yu could have been Will's voice or vice versa. But overall, it's a nice B tier. Yinhe, again, simple design, but elements that take that simple design to a new height. I love her jacket. It's just jacket and shorts with headphones, silver hair, but you have like this athleisure aesthetic to her design that makes her stand out and give her like this tomboyish appearance, which I really like. So yeah, that's a B tier for me. I really like this design. Her voice is really amazing as well. Really fits the voice, I feel like. But it's not amazing or anything. There's nothing about it that makes it amazing, which is why it's a B tier, not like an A tier or anything above. Moving on. Vocaloid. What can we say about you? Well, let's keep it about the design. It's a simple design, but elements that make it stand out better. The long mic string. Actually, it's kind of reminiscent to Cole, with like not Cole, Kaito, with the long jacket, just a guy in pants, long jacket. It looks okay. The voice is okay as well, but unremarkable to me. Unremarkable to me. I'm gonna say C tier. Like elements about it are great, but it doesn't age well, in my opinion. Micah's an S tier. One of the highest quality voices of all time, one of the best voices of all time. Love her design, love her little robot buddy, love her long hair that turns into like swirling pigtails at the end, like switching from white silverish to like a deep pink. Love the kind of like veil that she has on her shoulders, veil shawl that's like iridescent blue, purple. Kind of reminds me of like Elsa from Frozen, which is funny because she definitely came out before that movie, I want to say. Love her little cowlick on top, which adds a little bit more personality than just like spiky white hair, and I really enjoy that. Love her boots as well. Definitely getting a futuristic, like Vocaloid aesthetic vibe with this design. Love it. S tier voice and design. Merly's a B tier. Really, really great design. Love her like flower petal sleeves on her blouse shirt, and then like really rocking those. She really has like these like non-existent booty shorts that look mesh. Like they really look mesh with the shading. Her boots are cool. Her hair tone and colors are cool. I love the flower on her head. Like that really ups the design for me. I think she also has like some type of hair clip on her hair as well. And I like the pose that she's in on the official box art. Her voice isn't really remarkable, but it's not terrible either. But I don't think I could pick Merly out in a lineup. So average voice, great design. That's a B tier, except the design really pulls it out for me here. Makine Nana is an A tier for me. I love the vibe that you get from this, from her beret to the little cuts in her skirt and the boots. I love the like apple, I don't know if you would call it, like green apple hair color. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I really like this design. Her voice is very cutesy. I love that it's accented English, accented Japanese, or at least it sounds like it to me. I really love her bow centerpiece on the design. The colors work really well here, like just a very simple color palette, but it works extraordinarily well here. So yeah, that's an A tier for me. Kokone. Again, we have a simple design, but elements that make it better than just being a guy in shirt and pants. I'm really picking on Bruno in this, but I love her like white headphones with like the blue highlights. I love her brown hair juxtaposed against like the pink and purple of the rest of her outfit. It's a scarf and blouse with like these I think they're like regular looking shoes, but then they have like a 80s jazzercise dancer stocking along them, and then like this ribbon flowing from like the bottom of her jacket, I think, or maybe it's her scarf. I think that's her scarf. Yeah. And then her voice is really good, especially in her intended falsetto range. I can pick out this voice from a lineup. It's not remarkable. It's pretty average sounding, but it's not terrible. So yeah, that's a B.
Yay!
Did I say B? I want to say I said B. Anon and Canon, these are a C for me.
しょうがないな。
They're cute. They have a cool color palette. They're twins, but we have twins, and their voices are more standoutish than this. They're like Anon and Canon. They just kind of just disappear into like the sea of like too many Vocaloids. They have good designs. You can tell that they're twins. They harmonize really well together. But their voices are unremarkable, and their designs, I don't know. I don't like that CD thing that they have going on the shoes of the designs. I don't really care for like more school uniform designs. It's kind of been done. Something better could have been done with the design of them. I think going the schoolgirl route was the wrong choice design-wise. So yeah, they're a C, just a C. C. V Flower, that's an S tier. Specifically V3 Flower. I don't like V4 Flower, but we'll get to that later. I love this gothic Lolita dress that she has on with like she really looks like she sings metal, and she can, which is I guess another reason why I like her, because I like metal music. I like that she fits like the rock aesthetic. Her voice is very androgynous. It's unlike any voice that you've ever heard in this era, so I think that really saves her from being like just another V3 Vocaloid that just drowns in too many Vocaloids. Her hair, the silver hair with like the black on the side, and it's like almost like the leaf of a fruit, how it goes off in two directions on the side of her head. I think that's really a really good choice. I love this design so much. The voice is great. That's an S tier. Tohoku Zunko. I enjoy the concept of her. And again, standoutish voice. Is it remarkable? That's your choice, but I'm going to say no for me. I can pick her voice out of a lineup, but it's not like an amazing voice. I still like it though. That's a B tier.
Yay!
I love her archer design. I love that it's like a vegetable. She's based off of like a vegetable, I think. Like a vegetable concept. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I love the concept more than I like her. So yeah, that's a B. Rana. There's not really much of a difference between this and her V4 besides just adding a bow. But when you think about like cutesy designs and stuff like this, this works for her. I'm gonna say B tier.
Yay!
You have a good tomboyish voice, a QT design, which is a good offset. I mean, not offset, a good juxtaposition. Like, she can be cutesy, but also sound tomboyish, or vice versa. I just really like it. That's a B tier. It's a great voice, not remarkable. Love the design, though. B tier. Chica. Chica's another one of those voices that's like great gowns, beautiful gowns, average as hell a voice. If you want this voice type, there are better options. So I don't really see you using Chica unless you really just like Chica. But that's a C tier for me. Great design. I love the choice of just not really having a skin color, but just making it look like a cartoon. Like it's just like a, not clip art, but just like a cartoon, like a manga cartoon, but with like you see color. So yeah, that's a C tier. Cyber Diva, it's just a mannequin head, but I guess the colors really make it not suck. So I'm gonna say B tier.
Yay!
Great voice, the most understandable English Vocaloid. I want to say still of all time. I love the yellows throughout this. It just takes it from being just a mannequin head to just, you can tell this is a Vocaloid. This is supposed to be not realistic looking. It's supposed to look artificial, and I really enjoy that about that. I appreciate that. And it's better than just lips on the box. So yeah, I like this design. I love her voice. It's a B tier for me. Jinhua. Wow, there's a lot of Vocaloids in this era. A lot of Vocaloids. I've always found it funny that she kind of looks like she belongs. Like, she could be a French Vocaloid just based off of, like, her fashion. Her voice doesn't really stand out to me compared to, like, the other Chinese Vocaloids, but I still like her design, and it's still a high-quality voice. So that's a B tier.
Yay!
I don't really have much else to say. I like her design. I like the colors. It's nice. Ling. I love Ling's colors. Like, you have a very simple color scheme, but from that color scheme and her design, I get a feel for her personality. Love her voice as well. It's not, how do I say this? It's not, I keep saying it's not remarkable. That's not the word I'm trying to use. It's not average. It's like slightly above average with a great design, great colors. I think the red might be a little too much actually, but overall B. B, 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 B. Love the long ponytail. Sachiko's an S tier. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. First of all, her voice. Her voice is amazing. This older, mature, grandma sounding voice, which is we've wanted more mature Vocaloids for a while, and Yamaha was like, here, y'all take this one. And her design is so elegant, so beautiful. She's like in this like futuristic kimono with like the speakers on her like arm scarf things, and in the knee-high boots. And then she has like the Vocaloid editor on her fan, because she carries like a fan. I love the flower in her hair and like her hairstyle. It's just elegant and beautiful. Her voice is so powerful. I don't get a grandma vibe from this. So while the voice is beautiful and while the design is beautiful, I don't think it fits the design. The voice fits the design as well as it could. Like maybe if you added some wrinkle lines in her face just to make her look older, it would fit better. But overall, that's S tier still. It's still an S tier. It's an amazing design. Oh, I forgot Arceloid existed. So I think we're getting into the V4 era now. We're already here, so we might as well just keep going. Arceloid, kind of just forget he exists. He's there. His design, there's a concept there. Do I care for it? Not really. What I see here, I see better with like Miku, like color palette wise. I can't even say I remember what his voice sounds like. Outside of like one cover I heard, and I don't remember it being anything remarkable. So D tier for Arsenal. I don't really care about this guy. Ruby, for the official Ruby design, not all the other stuff that we saw when she was first coming out. It's pretty solid. You have like a spunky, young girl. Love her hair, like pink hair, red jacket. I think the colors don't really complement that well. That's a personal preference. I don't really like the purple on her jacket, but I still think it looks nice. It's an A tier for me. Really great design overall, and a solid voice. Great voice, powerful English voice. Moving on, Dex and Dinah. They both just kind of feel the same to me. Maybe I like Dinah a little bit more design-wise. They're both B tier, I guess. They have nice voices, nice, clear English voices. There's not really, I don't really have an opinion on them, to be honest. Design-wise, they look alright. Voice-wise, they sound alright. It's a B tier. Unity-chan. Her design is interesting. I'm not counting Akaza, because it's not her voice. That's just, I don't know what that is. That's not her voice. That's just an to me, Akaza feels like a companion character than a counterpart. Then I think that's what they were trying to push this as. And it's just not that. To me, anyway. It's just not that. I don't know what that is, but it's not this. It's an interesting voice. It reminds me of both Una later and Rana, but also its own thing. Do I care about it or the design? No, not really. It's a C tier.
しょうがないな。
Fukasa's I think it's an A tier. I really think it's like Chica. It's an interesting design because you have like this like non-skin tone with him. It's just white, but then you juxtapose that against a lot of red color. So it's a very monochromatic design, and I enjoy that. I like how he looks like a damaged monster boy, but also some type of like jester, which really works with like I get a personality from this. So yeah, that's a B. I mean not a B. That's a wait. Did I say B? I meant to say A if I said B. But this is an A tier for me. Great voice, great English voice, great Japanese voice, great design. Stardust. When she finally decided that she didn't want to be Miku, she decided to be Yukari instead. And I don't know, I don't really care about this design. I've seen it before. It's Yukari, but space dress. Literally even down to like on her ankles. Like her ankles, the hair color, the hairstyle with the pigtails, it's just Yukari to me. So that's a D tier. I don't really care about this. Una's a B tier.
Yay!
I really don't like these designs. I like her talk voice design the best out of anything, but these sugar and spicy designs, I don't care about these at all. I think the hat looks really stupid. I don't like her like wannabe idol dress, but combine that with like this school uniform thing. I don't know what the hell is going on here. And then her like long pigtails, it's just too much. There's so much going on here. It's a B tier only because the voices are great voices. Otherwise the designs would get an F tier because that's just how bad I hate these voices. I mean these designs. So yeah, that's a B tier. Cyber Songman. I really appreciate this bi man. Like you have the bi colors on him, you have the Cyber Diva aesthetic, but again, simple, actual human model for this one, and also, I always wondered if this is the voice provider in this, but I love the colors, and by colors I mean what you can see. You can see like this like braided hair in the back, his really cool visor with the headphones. It gives me artificial vibes like Cyber Diva, which is good because I think he's like the male counterpart of her. I really like this design. I love his voice. Love, love, love his voice. That's an S tier.
すごい
It's an S tier design
なん
for
て
me.
言ったのよ
Machine Petite. I think that's just updated V4 Machine Nana. I think this is a downgrade, honestly. I don't like this more than I like regular Machine Nana, so that's... And I don't think they really did anything different in terms of like the voice. I think it's just slightly updated. So yeah, this is a C.
しょうがない
This
な
is a C for me. Uni. Love this Korean flight attendant. Can't wait to find out where we're going. Where are my in-flight snacks? I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke. It's not funny. She's not funny. I'm gonna compare her to CU because they're both Korean Vocaloids. Her pose is good. I like her pose. The ponytail thing gives it some type of like... I guess you can distinguish it that way. But in general, I don't really like this design. I don't really care about this Vocaloid. Like, even her voice, I don't think it sounds as good as CU. That's a D tier for me. Nemu. I like this sleepy girl with like the chaotic sounding voice. Not chaotic, but it's a distinguishable voice and a very nice design. I'm gonna say A tier. I like this voice and I like this design. It's very cute. Longia. Longia is an A tier as well. I love... We definitely need more male Chinese Vocaloids. And he's a good step in that direction. I love his two-tone hair. I love that offset against the green of his outfit and the black. Simple color palette here, but it works really well with the concept that they have. Definitely gives me Vocaloid design vibes. I just love everything about this design, and his voice is just so masculine. I like it. That's an A tier. Azuki and Matcha. I don't know if they're commercially available, but they're on the list. Well, this list that I'm looking at. Don't really care about them. Oh yeah, they are commercially available. I forgot. V4 gave them. Yeah, V4 gave them designs. I don't think they put the right designs here. So let me actually Google what they look like. Vocaloid, Azuki, and Matcha. I always say Matchka. I don't know why I say that. Oh! Okay. So this is what they look like on their box art. Oh yeah, I like these designs. Oh wow. Yeah, the designs that they have on the wiki... Yeah, those are the old ones from the video game that they were in. But these designs on the box art, I really like these. I don't care for their voices. I think there's better options, but there's definitely high quality voices. I wish they had kept the skull thing that Machka had going on. I don't think they changed it a little bit. Yeah, they changed it a little bit. It's still there, but not really as pronounced. I love their monochromatic color palettes of like green and white and then pink and white. I think that works really well. They look like idols, like V-singer idols or Vocaloid idols, and that works. That works for them. That's a B.
Yay!
That's a B for me. Lumi is a B tier.
Yay!
Love her design. I think them saying that she was 15 destroyed, like, not the hype, but just she doesn't need an age. Because now I'm looking at it through this lens and I'm like, wow, that voice does not fit the age. And it also doesn't fit the design. I don't know. I love the Jellyfish Shrine Maiden design very much. Her voice is unremarkable. But sometimes average sounding voices can sound good with certain songs, especially like slow rock songs. So that's a B tier. It's a great design. Voice, and I hate the detail that she's like a 15-year-old shrine maiden. I think that's really stupid. They should have never said that. Kizuna Akari. It's like Yukiri's cousin. I don't know if that's canonical or not, but that's what I think in my head. I love her like dress thing. Her like dress skirt thing. It's really cute. I love the gray and orange and black color palette in her design. And then you also see some Yukari elements here with the stocking design and the same little seedy things that Yukari has on her ankle, she has on her long braided pigtails, and then the speaker thing hair clip on her. I like it. I like it. The voice, same as Lumi. It's just whatever. It's average. That's a B tier. Mirai Kamachi. I think she came at the worst possible time. There's nothing I really care about here that I have not seen before, and her voice I hear better with like the same, more, not the same. I hear better with the same lineup of vocalists of this era. So that's a C. That's a C. Like, she's not horrible, but she's very forgettable. Like, who cares? She's just there. I think that's it for V4. So let's get into V5 and finish this off. So let's start them off. Amy. Chris, Amy, Ken, and Coyote. They're all just Sims. They are your default characters. But let's talk about it. I think the backgrounds colors that they put them up against really helps a little bit. Yeah, it does really help. I can't really explain it, but the colors fit. I like the necklace that Amy has. I love her hairstyle. I love that we finally have more black Vocaloids. We only really have like Cyber Songman, and now we have Chris and Amy. I don't count Leon and Lola because we didn't have designs back then, so I guess it's unfair to really count them. Plus, I'm not really a fan of the fan-made stuff that I see of them anyway. So, Amy, I like the design. I like how they all just look like normal people. I don't like the broken polygon, all around them. It's like they're being erased slowly, like the Thanos snap, and I just don't like that. But Chris has like the same thing as Amy, except blue necklace, black t-shirt. I love his beard. I think he's like one of the like Yakubo. I don't think the voice fits the design at all. He has like a very high, young sounding voice, but then you have like this like mature, deeper sounding voice looking dude on the box art. And not to say like dudes like that can't have high voices, but even with that, the tone and everything just does not fit this design. I don't like it. I don't hate Chris and Amy. I think Amy's definitely better between the two of these. I think the voice fits her definitely a lot more. I like her design. I don't dislike Chris's design, but I don't like the voice. So Amy, I'm gonna say B tier. Chris, I'm gonna say C tier. Coyote literally sounds like a Kagemine twin. But her design is distinguishable. Her voice is still weirdly distinguishable. Like, even with the similarities, I can pick out Coyote. So I'm gonna say B tier. It's not a bad design. It's not a bad voice. It's just, it's weird. Like, they're all weird. Even Ken. Ken is probably the best of all of 4 of them here, because Ken sounds like a well-tuned Utao, but in Vocaloid, and that's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard. When I first heard him, I was like, wow, this dude sounds really good. This is Vocaloid? He just sounds so expressive. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. He sounds very expressive. Design-wise, I don't like the face of him. I don't think the face fits his voice. Like, this dude Ken looks like a dad, but the Ken that we hear sounds more like an idol singer or something like that. Like, I think he should have had like some type of younger looking Sims voice. Not Sims voice, Sims face. But I don't hate him. For voice alone, that's an A tier for me. Haruno Sora. I don't really care. To be honest, I don't really care about this design. The vocal lead's not terrible because it is V5. We're in like these are good sounding voices. But I don't really care about the design. The voice is kind of whatever for me. I'll say C tier. C tier. Moke has a weird color palette. What is this? Like, it's like a Vanna colored hair and all this white and stuff. I don't think that works. I like the outfit, but I don't think the colors work like at all. It's very, I don't want to say busy. That's like such a lazy critique. I don't like the color choices. I think the white was a bad choice, along with the shade of blue that they used. Blue could have been used definitely, but the shade of blue that they use is, I don't like it, and I also don't like the red. I think they use like two different reds on like the bolo looking tie, and then the speaker thing on his hip. I think the outfit itself is fine. I just don't like the colors. I think his voice is really good though, so I'm gonna say B. B tier.
Yay!
Then you have Mo. I don't know how to pronounce that last name at all. Another V singer. I think they're all getting made now. That's pretty cool. I love her design. Well, at least I love the colors of her design. The purple and yellow work really well together. Outfit wise, it's a little much. I don't know if I would do the gloves being like elbow length high. I think they could have just been like regular wrist length gloves, and that would have made this better in my book. But I like the rest of her design. I like the flower accessory. Every Vocaloid with a flower accessory kind of just they're not bad at all. I think that's like a really good design choice. But yeah, I like the belt across the like lower part of her hip going to her pants. I don't know if that is. Is she carrying a purse? No, that's just another flower. Okay. I've only heard like a couple songs of her, so I'm gonna say B tier.
Yay!
Great design, not an unremarkable voice. She's just really, like a really good above average Vocaloid. And then lastly, we have Meika, Hima, and Meika Mikito. They both have very identical, let's say designs. Well, yeah, they do. Identical designs, except maybe flipped. Meika's voice, I was not a fan of this voice at all until I heard Inaba Kumori use her. And I was like, huh, this fits. So I guess when a specific style of music is used with her, I think it sounds really good. But in general, I don't like Hima's voice. I think it's so breathy. I don't like it. It's just very annoying. And unlike Yukari, who also has a similar breathy voice, or even Kayuki, there's no niche quality about her that makes her sound good. It almost sounds low quality. So yeah, I don't like that. I think she's very cute though, design-wise. I think they're both very cute, but Meika Mikito is definitely the better design in my book. I love the color of her hair. They both have like these devil horns and like shrine maiden looking dresses. But Meika Mikito, I love the personality I get more from her voice, and from her design, and then her voice complements that as well. So yeah, Meika Hima, that's a C tier for me. Meika Mikito, that's an A tier. I really like that voice. And I think that's everyone. Yep, that's everyone. So that is my opinion of all 5 generations of Vocaloids. If I trashed your fave, oh well, make your own tier list. Just kidding, not really. But yeah, if you like this, go ahead and leave it a like. I do want to do more of these in the future, so if you like this and you want to see more, go ahead and ask me to do the private Vocaloids. I'll even do selected Utaos, because you could never rank all Utaos. A new Utao is made like every second. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I can do like the Vocaloids. I can do the Sevio. I can do, I guess, the official deep vocal, and then also the synthesizer Vs. That would be fun. So yeah, if you like it, let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and also let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos, and if so, what software voices do you want me to rank? So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and peace.